There we go.
There we go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's 8:15. We are going to get started. So we'll start standing with our feet hip width. Your hips, find your feet. Make sure your hips are right over the first two toes. And then soften the knees. Let's bring the shoulders up around. Let's bring the shoulders up around the ears. And then bring them back and down. Then we'll do that again. We'll try to warm up as quickly as we can. Let's go the other way. Let's go one more time. We'll do a couple standing roll downs, then we'll come right down and warm up on the mat. Inhale to through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Let's bring the chin to the chest. And then move out of the belly. So belly button presses in and up and we round down. One vertebra at a time. Take your time here. Let the head be heavy. And fingertips touch the mat. Inhale. On the exhale, we'll scoop in. We'll restack the spine. The glutes are engaged. Bring those shoulders down, pressing down away from the ears. And around here. Again, fingertips to the mat. And inhale here at the bottom. Exhale. Lift up through the pelvic floor, through those glutes. And restack. One. Exhale, chin to chest. Head and arms are heavy this time. Exhale, straighten the legs. And inhale, bend, nice and gentle. You can place your hands on your ankles if that's more comfortable. Exhale, straight. And bend. Straighten. And this time we inhale and bend, and we'll start to round up to move out the belly. On that C curve. And from the lumbar spine, we start to roll it up. Until the head, very last minute flows over the shoulders. Let's place the hands on the shoulders. We'll do a few shoulder circles. In. Up. Exhale. That's like 1, 2, 3, just 4. And then we'll go the other way. Inhale, exhale forward. And 1. Bring the arms down. Let's do a couple of hip circles. We'll go wide and externally rotated at the hips. We'll press the hips forward. And for 1. 1 full breath for circle. And 2. 4 in each direction. 3. And 4. Let's do a lateral, just a quick lateral stretch. So feet will be about shoulder width. Reach one arm up. Inhale as we reach up. Exhale as we reach over. As if we're sliding down 2 panes of glass. Then bring it back up. We'll do the other side. Reach up on the inhale. And reach over on the exhale. Let's do that one more time each side. Exhale. Got that last time. And back. And let's come to the front of the mat and sit down on the mat. Come to the front of the mat. We stack the forearms. Press the bottom forearm into the top into the bottom. Step 1 foot back. And with control, we're going to lower ourselves down. You can come to your knee first if you like, or you can just come all the way down onto your backside. Once we're here, we're going to lower all the way down for the hundreds. So when you get almost to the mat, don't come, head, neck, and shoulders stay up. Knees are bent. Let's reach the arms to hip level. Then let's bring the right leg to tabletop and the left leg to tabletop. And you can bring the knees and ankles together if you like. So here's, before we do anything, just hold this because we're warming up here. This is what the move's going to be. We pump the arms, and on the inhale, the right leg goes out. The exhale, it comes in. And then inhale, the left goes out, and the right comes in. So that's going to be the moves if you want, or you can stay in tabletop. So make sure your head, neck, and shoulders are lifted enough so your neck is comfortable. Let's pump the arms. Inhale, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Shh, shh, shh. 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 And last one. And exhale. Shh, shh, shh. And then hug your knees in, bring your head down, give everything a rock. And we start to warm up. Let's place the hands behind the head. Head, neck, and shoulders are going to lift. Again, we're looking through our thighs. We're looking at the wall in front of us, and let the head rest in the hands. Let's bring the legs out to tabletop again. Knees are over the hips. Let's start with toe taps. We tap right and left and right and left. So the object here is to try not to move the knee joint, just the hip is hinging down and up and tap. And the abs are in, and your low back is pressing down as much as it can into the mat. Now I'm going to add a rotation here. I'm going to add the torso rotation. So it's a modified crisscross. We start to warm up the obliques. And cross. And cross. And cross. And 5. 6. And 7. 8. Let's do 2 more. 9. And 10. Bring the knees in. The head can come down. Once again, let's rock. We're going to do dead bug. So again, legs are going to come to tabletop. Arms are going to come to the ceiling. I'm going to put palms facing each other. Okay. So the left arm reaches behind us. The right leg reaches out. Exhale, bring it in. So it's all about resisting. Inhale. We reach in 2 opposite directions. Exhale, resist as it comes back in. Inhale, reach. Exhale. So this is like a bird dog in the upside down position. Reach. Exhale. Up. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Up. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Up more. Inhale, reach. Last one here. And up. And bring it in. We're going to do roll up next. We're going to bring, the knees can be bent. Let's have the knees bent first, 1, and then we'll straighten them as we go. I'm going to do some half roll downs also. So arms start at the ceiling. And as long as your heels are digging in, you don't have to have your feet flat if you don't want to. We inhale to prepare. On the exhale, the arms go back to the ears and we let the breastbone melt down. Inhale, the arms come back up to the ceiling, the chin comes to the chest, and we start to roll. And if you get stuck, you place the hands under the thighs and you don't use momentum, right? You hold it here and you keep bringing the crown of the head toward the knees, because this is about articulating the spine. It's not about using too much. I mean, you're using your abs for sure, but it's more about articulating the spine. The crown of the head continues down toward the knees, and then we sit up tall. And we inhale. And we're going to come back down. We'll bring the arms out. Inhale. So the palms can either be down or they can be facing. It's totally up to you. I change it all the time. Both are fine. Inhale, exhale. Let's start to go halfway down. Let's actually stop at about halfway. Stop when your sacrum is flat on the mat. So your low back isn't even on the mat. So Pam, you can come a little bit higher. So when that triangle bone, your sacrum, is on the mat, you stop right there. We're going to reach one arm out to the side. And we're going to bring it in. Yeah. And I'm going to reach the other arm out to the side. And we're going to bring it in. One more time. To the right. And in. Now, where's your tail nice and tucked? Are you using the abs? Because sometimes what happens is the hip flexors kick in. If they do, come up a little higher. Now let's round up. We'll sit up tall. I'm going to go down again. Did anyone feel their hip flexors kicking in? Yeah, if they start to grab, come up just a little bit higher. The other thing you can do is you can turn the legs out a little bit, and that turns off the hip flexors. So play around with that a little bit if you want. We're going to go back down, same, just halfway. Inhale first. Exhale, halfway down. Now this time we're going to follow the hand as it goes out to the side. So follow the hand, we get a little torso rotation. And back. And we'll go the other way. And back, and one more time. And back. Now, crown of the head toward the knees. We round forward. So I'm pressing my ribs back. I'm pressing my belly button into spine, even as my head is trying its hardest to come toward my knees. And that's how I get the C curve. And then we sit up. Now we're going to do some full roll-ups. Inhale. Exhale. Lumbar first. So one vertebra at a time. Each vertebra is going to touch the mat before the one that's higher up. And then the shoulders come down. Finally, when the head comes down, the arms are straight to the ceiling. We inhale first. On the exhale, the arms go back. Inhale, arms to ceiling, chin to chest. Here we go. Crown of the head toward the knees. Reach the arms long. Reach them toward the ankles. And round over. Keep them. And back the spine and sit up tall. One more time, just like that. Inhale first. And take your time. Very good. Shoulders down, head down, arms to ceiling. Inhale first. Exhale, arms go back. Inhale, arms to ceiling, chin to chest. Last one here, round, round. So right here, Pam, when you get to this point, press those ribs back. We're pressing, so it's as if you're trying to reach the ribs for the back wall when you're here. So you're not reaching up, you're reaching back. So it's this push and pull you're doing with the back body and the front body. Yeah, good. Yep, good deal. Excellent. And then round forward. And stack the spine and we'll sit up tall. Nice. All right, starting to warm up the spine. Give the arms a rest. I'm going to come down for our series 5. I have some variations on that, so we'll bring one in. Again, we round the spine first as we start to roll it down. We can lift this leg off for a little leverage. Come down, leave the head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Once we're here, place the hands behind the head. Let it rest in the hands, but look at the wall in front of you. You have a tendency to want to look up at the ceiling like this. We don't want to do that, though. We want to look at the wall in front of us. That's going to protect the neck and keep it from getting sore. All right, so this is a single leg stretch, but we're going to make it a bicycle. So we're going to extend the leg, lower it down, and bring the other one in. Extend and in. Extend and in. Extend and in. That's right. So we've got a bicycle going. And in. Extend. And in. Can you lift the torso just an inch higher? Extend and in. Extend and in. Extend. Couple more. And up. And up. One more each side. And up. And up. In. Bring them both in. flex the feet. Let's do double leg stretch. So we are going to leave the hands behind the head. Just the legs are going out. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, bring them in. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, bring them in. Inhale, reaching out. 3 more. In. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. And last one. And in. And bring the head down. We'll give everything a rock. Inhale at the bottom. Let's exhale, head, neck, and shoulders lift again. And legs to the ceiling. We'll do our scissors. Hands behind the calf. Again, bring the torso up just a touch higher. And we pulse, pulse, and switch. So we're aiming to reach the nose toward the knees, which brings our torso up just a little higher. Nice pan. We have 2 pans next to each other. This is difficult.
Done that before.
I know. Keep going. Flex the feet. One more each side. And then bring the knees in. Bring the head down. Lower and lift. Let's place the hands behind the head, neck, and shoulders. Lift. Again, lifting up from the torso as much as you can so that the neck is relaxed. Legs come up to the ceiling. We're going to lower it down as far as we can go before we come back up. But let's try to keep the low back as pressed down into the mat as we can. So we inhale, we lower, we lower, we lower. We exhale, up. Inhale, lower. Keep pressing belly button into spine. Lower. Press it up. And lower. 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 Exhale. Up. Inhale. Lower. 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 Let's do one more. Keep breathing. Inhale. Lower. And lower. And lower. And press it up. Bend the knees. Take a breath. Last one is crisscross. And we'll do the bicycle variation on the crisscross. Take a nice breath at the bottom. Hands are behind the head. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders lift. Let's extend the left leg. And let's bring the left elbow toward the right knee. So we start in the rotated position. We're going to extend the bent leg. And then it lowers and the other bends in. And we look down at the bottom elbow. Extend the leg and switch. Look down at the bottom elbow. Extend and switch. Extend and switch. Extend and switch. Extend. Are you looking down at the elbow every time? Because that's going to ignite those obliques. And switch. And switch. 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 Let's do a couple more. One more each side. Here we go. Right. And left. Extend and bring it in. Down and we hug everything. And rock. Oh, yes. Are we warm? Getting warm, yes. All right, when you're ready, place your hands under your thighs, rock it up. We're going to do a couple of rolling like a ball, and then we're going to move to a side series. So come a little forward on the mat. Knees are bent. We're sitting up nice and tall as we can. Straight, and then we're going to round. So we tuck the tail, we start to round, and we're going to balance by lifting the feet off the mat. Bring the heels in as close as you can to the sit bones. The hands can be on the outside of the legs. They can be on the shins, either one. In either case, relax your shoulders down. Press those back ribs away as if they are trying to reach the back wall. And then look down into your navel, to your belly button, because you want that C curve. Okay, because we want to massage the spine here. So balance here first. And play with this balance and see how far you can press those back ribs back without going back, without rolling. So it's a little wobble game. And then when you're ready, let's actually roll. Here we go. Inhale back, exhale, and balance at the top. Inhale back, exhale. Now stay in that C curve. So every time you come up, nice Christine. See Christine's posture here? That's how you want to be the entire time. Go ahead, Christine, roll. You stay just like that. So you want to keep the head down, right? Because you really want to be that ball and keep the C curve nice. Pam 1 and Pam 2. Yes, good. And Pam 2, you're Pam 2 today. So you relax the shoulders just a little bit. Just bring them down.
Call me Pam Lane.
Pam Lane. Yeah, so just bring those shoulders are up a little bit, Pam. Bring them down. Just relax them. Bring them down. No, yeah, there you go. Much better. One more time. Great. And bring that nice. All right. Good.
She's purple.
Purple Pam. Yes. All right. So from here, we're going to go to sidelining. We don't need the ball yet. So for sidelining, we're going to line our torsos up with the back of the mat. Yeah, you can lie on your bicep if you want. You can make a pillow if you want, or you can come up here and prop up your head. We're going to bring the legs to the front corner of the mat, and we're going to stack the hips. Now, not only do we stack the hips, but we're going to press this top hip away so that you have space. Okay. So if there's no space, if you can't put your hand between the mat, you've got to pull this away so it's off the mat. Okay, see how I can help do that. So that is really going to be, even though it seems a little counterintuitive, that is going to be your stability. So we are going to keep our kickstand hand. That's also our stability. And we're going to lift and lower, and lift and lower. And 3. We'll do 8, and 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold them up on 8. Now just the top leg lifts. 8 and 7. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold this one up. The bottom leg's going to come up to meet it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. They both hover. And now we do the scissors. The bottom leg comes forward. Top leg goes back. And 7. This one's tough on a thin mat. 6. 5. 4. Are you feeling your upper obliques? These guys here. 2. And 1. Bring them together. And down. Okay. Here. We have 2 more exercises. We're going to straighten this arm out, lie down on it, and come into a straight line. We still have our kickstand hand in a moment. This is the side leg, the side body, banana. So we're going to lift the torso and both legs off the mat. All right, so inhale first. We'll play with it once we're up there. Exhale, lift the torso, lift the legs. Now you can keep the elbow on the mat, or you can lift the elbow off the mat. Play around there. Keep reaching that top hip away, and you let go. If you keep reaching the top hip away, it's going to help with that balance. Beautiful. And lower down. We'll go up one more time. Inhale first. Exhale, lift everything up. one. And bring it down. And then one more exercise. So we're still lying down here. We're going to take this hand that is extended and we're going to bring it back in and wrap it around our torso. We're going to take the top hand and put it next to our face. We can just relax the head. These are one arm push-ups. We're going to press into the heel of the hand and lift for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Beautiful job. Bend the knees. That is it for that side. Let's press it up. Let's go right over to the other side. Push the legs in. And again, we line the torso up with the back of the mat. Arm to be, like it to be on the mat. And then I'm going to bring the feet to the front of the mat. And then once again, we stack the hips and then we lift them, we move it forward so we have that space. Hips in hand, and we lift both legs for 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold them up for 1, top leg, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and hold it midway up, bottom leg, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hover them about 2 inches off the mat. We have scissors. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in, and we lower down. Our one straight line now for this one. Again, reaching that hip away. You have space, yes, I do. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift the head, neck, shoulders, and the legs off the mat. And reach on. And bring it down. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Always harder for me. And bring it down. And then bend. In. Oh. And let's press up with that kickstand hand. Oh no, wait, we didn't do the push-ups. Nice try. I know, nice try. Lopsided. So take that bottom arm, wrap it around. Glad you guys remembered. And the top hand is next to the face. Here we go. We only have 5. That's 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Okay, now we're done. Bring the knees in, press it up. And we're going to lie down on our bellies for our swan. A couple of swan-ish things. Now, where'd my ball go? Okay. We're going to do a swan, and then I'm going to show you how I use the ball for some of these exercises. You don't have to use it. I have terrible upper back extension, so the ball is really helpful for that. You can use it or not use it, but for first we'll just do our press up here, press up swan. So tip of the nose on the mat, arms and goalpost hands can be up by the ears, forward of the ears if you like, and then press tops of the feet into the mat and lift the kneecaps up. Now, from here, we are going to bring the belly button off the mat. Not really, but we're going to try. We're going to pretend we want to get the belly button off the mat. Press pubic bone down. On the inhale, bring the shoulder blades down and back. That's the first thing you do is bring your shoulder blades together and then press up. Push them out away as you lift the torso. Come out of your shell like a turtle. Feel the stretch through the whole front of the body. Inhale here at the top. Exhale. Lower back down. And again, inhale, shoulder blades together, abs are drawn in and up. And we press up. And extend down. So if you're sitting a lot at your job or driving a lot, and you have a minute that you can do this, it's not always easy to find a mat and a floor that's clean, but this is a wonderful exercise. And one more time we go up. Inhale first, and then shoulder blades together. Abs are drawn in and up. Shoulders are down. Let's do the neck roll. We look over the right. And then we release the neck and the head, chin to chest. We go all the way over to the left. We look over the left shoulder, and then we look straight ahead. We look over the left. And we release the neck and the head. Let the head hang. Inhale here, and exhale and lower down. The next one we're going to do, we're going to bring the legs together. So they are, together like a rocket, because they are going to then go out to the side as much as they can. The arms are going to be in Superman. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift everything up, and then arms and legs go out. They come in, out and in. So I am going to use this lovely ball on my sternum just to lift myself up a little higher. Feel free to try it. It feels really nice. If you have a nice back extension, you don't need it. Cam1, you don't need it. Cam2, you probably don't need it either. So again, just something to play with here. So legs are together, arms are out at Superman, tip of the nose on the mat. So on the inhale, everything lifts, torso, legs, and arms lift. And then everything goes out to the side. And then they come back in. They go back out to the side. And in. One more time out. And in. And then lower down. We'll try that one more time. Try it with or without the ball if you want to see how it feels. On a Y if that feels better, at a diagonal. Inhale, lift everything up. They come out to the side. They come back in. And out, abs are in. And back. And out. And back. And okay. We're going to keep the left arm long in front like Superman, the right arm down by your side, by your hip. We're going to lift everything up, and then the arms are going to switch. We're just going to go along the body and switch once we're lifted. So we start left arm out, right arm back. So here we go. We're going to inhale and lift everything up. And then we switch the arms that come right along the body, reach the other one out. So it's kind of like swimming. A swimming stroke, and then the other one. So left is front, right is back. Switch, right is front, left is back. Switch, and switch. And then bring the right one back to meet the left at the hip and lower everything down. We're going to do one more version of that star. This time, first I'm going to take this jacket off because the zipper is digging into my sternum. Okay, so legs are together. So it's a star again, but this time the arms are down by the side. We start like a rocket and pretend we're a rocket coming out of a cannon. So from here, inhale, everything lifts. Arms and legs lift. Now the arms and legs come out to the side. Arms to a T, legs out. And then bring them back in, still lifting. Shoulder blades come together. And out to the side. And bring it back in. And up. And back. And lower down. And then hands go under shoulders. Let's tuck the toes. And let's press up into a cat stretch. So around the spine. Toes are tucked. So we're stretching the feet. Let's start to shift the hips towards the heels. A nice low back stretch. And if you want to make your way to child's pose, go ahead. And we'll walk our hands in toward the knees. We'll roll up through the spine. Shoulders back a couple of times. We're going to go back onto our back for some bridges. So I want to use the ball for the bridges. I'm going to place the ball between the knees. The beautiful thing about this ball and bridges is that you not only get a glute workout, but you get an inner thigh, adductor, adductor workout. So we're going to do a lot of squeezing in as we're squeezing up, okay? So come on down, all the way down to the mat. Knees are bent, feet are flat. Arms are long on your sides. And you're squeezing the ball. So none of these balls should run away from you and roll away, right? Because you're squeezing it. Put some tension on that ball, like you're trying to pop it. Shoulders are pressed down on the mat. From here, I'm going to bring my heels a little closer to the sit bones. Inhale to prepare. On the exhale, tuck the tail, lift the hips. Kneecaps reach forward. And your heels feel like they're coming toward your shoulders. And keep squeezing that ball. So to start, we'll just do some lower and lift. So every time we lift up, we're squeezing the glutes, but we're also keeping a nice squeeze on the ball. Here we go. With lower and up and lower. And 7 and lower. 6. Press those hands and arms into the mat. This is 4 and 3. I'm going to do a little variation here. So we're going to lower, and then we're going to lift and squeeze. 3, 2, 1. And so just join me. Lower and lift, squeeze. 3, 2, 1. And lower and lift. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Lower and lift. 3, 2, 1. Lower and lift. Lower, lift. 2 more. Lower, lift. And lower and lift. Hold it here. Inhale at the top. Exhale, round it down. Take a breath. Bring the heels in a little closer to the sit bones. And then we're going to lift the heels off the mat. So we're going to be on the balls and feet. Inhale. On the exhale, tuck the tail. We lift up. Squeeze that ball again. Make sure the ribs stay in. And we're going to lower and lift again. Here we go. With lower and squeeze. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it at the top. We do the 3 squeezes. Here we go. We lower and lift and 3, 2, 1. Lower and lift. These are brutal. 3, 2, 1. Lower and lift. This is 6. And lower. I'm counting backwards. 5. And lower and lift. 4. And lower. Lift. 3. And lower. Lift. 2. Last 1. And lift. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold it. Inhale. Exhale. Roll it down. Bring the knees into the chest. Remove the ball. a little hug. We're going to do one more. We don't need the ball. Maybe stir both knees in opposite directions because we really did a lot for the inner thighs just then. And stir in the other direction too. Okay, bring the feet back down to the mat, arms long again, heels are down. We'll go up one more time. Inhale, exhale, tuck the tail, lift the hips. Kneecaps reach forward. This time, the right leg to the ceiling. Flex the foot and bring it down to 45. Hold it there. We're going to bend the knee in toward the nose and lower the hips at the same time. So we bend and we lower, we press up and we press it out. So that's the move. Here we go. We come in, that's 8. And down, that's 7. So the left glute's doing all the work. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The last one. Hold it here. Point the toe, lower it down, all the way down to the mat. Drag it in. Let's lift the left leg to the ceiling. Relax the foot. Lower to 45. And we go. We bring it in. Press it out. And 2. Squeeze the glute. And 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Oh, that's it. Hold it there. Point the toe. Bring it all the way down. Drag it in. Press those hips a little higher. Inhale. Exhale. Roll it back down. One vertebra at a time. And then bring these in. We are down bridges. And then I'm going to place hands behind thighs. I'm going to rock it up. And, oh, I want to do a stretch. Stay down. Don't come up. We're going to do a nice rotational stretch in a figure 4, and then we'll come up. Well, so place the arms out to a T. And legs can be in tabletop. Then we're going to tilt the legs all the way over to one side. Keep the opposite shoulder and look over that shoulder. Give yourself a chance to relax everything. And to let everything just settle down into the mat. Come back up through center. Let's go all the way to the other side. Trying to keep that opposite shoulder on the mat. And then we'll bring it back up through center. We will place the feet back on the mat. We're going to bring the left ankle over the right thigh. The hands can go behind the right thigh. So press this left knee away from the nose and then lift the right leg off the mat so the right knee is coming toward the nose. And feel that stretch through the back of the left hip. Bring that foot down, we'll do the other side. Now the right ankle goes over the left thigh. We press the right knee back first. And then we lift the left knee up. Place the hands behind the thigh. And feel the stretch behind the right hip. And then we'll lower it back down. And now we will bring both knees into the chest and give it a hug and a rock. We will place the hands under the thighs. Now we will rock it up. Then we're going to come to a high kneeling position. This is for a hip opening. It's meant to be a nice stretch. Come up to high kneeling. Now I'm going to tuck my toes. I know this is the most comfortable position for most people. And you get it. Tuck your toes. If you hate this, it's really terrible. Then start from here. I'm going to bring the arms out. We're just going to do a couple of lean back. So the first thing that we want to do, we don't want to have any bend here in the hips. We don't want any of this, and it's very easy to do this. We really rest the hip. Can you guys feel a little stretching there? Yeah. Hold it here. We're going to change it. So now I'm going to circle my right arm up as I lean back, and it's going to come to my heel. So inhale, reach up and lean back. Touch your heel, and then take this other arm and reach it for the ceiling and press the left hip out. You get a little more stretch in that left hip. And then come back. Circling. It's nice for the shoulders too. Inhale, reach up. Heel. And this right arm is to the ceiling, and then press that right hip forward. Press it forward. Feel that nice opening. And come back up. Let's do one more time each side. Again, too much sitting, right? And this is a good antidote. Inhale. Reach up. Press that hip. Just the left hip is pressed. Back. And last time. And back. Lovely. And then just come down. Breath. Everything a little. We're going to do a tricep dip. Legged tricep dip. I think I'll stay facing this way. So fingertips are facing forward. We've done these before, right, in other classes. This is the only difference here. I'm going to lift up. I'm trying to keep the hips right near the fingertips, right? So don't go out too far there. And come in nice and close. We're going to lift a leg. And then we're going to dip. 1 inch. Up. 2. 3. 4. Let's go for 8. 5. 6. 7. 8. Bring it in. Go right to the other side. 8. And 7. And 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. All right. Bring it down. Roll the wrists. And maybe even put a little weight on the wrist. This. Just stretch them out. Opposite direction. I wanted to do a forearm plank to a side plank. So let's do it. I asked the group last night, one woman goes, yeah, because I know you're going to do it anyway. So I'm just going to say, yeah. I'm going to get out of this. So we'll come to all fours, starting with wrists under shoulders and knees under hips, and then we will bring the forearms down. The elbows are right under the shoulders. So here's one way to know if they're on the shoulders. Take one hand and make it perpendicular to your mat. Yeah, exactly. You can do both of them actually. So that's about where your elbows should be. The fingertips are right at the edges of your elbows, and then you can bring them back and make fists. And then we'll step out with the right foot and out with the left foot. And we will engage the glutes, the quads, and the abs. So the whole body's working here. The shoulders are working. If this is too much, you can always come down onto your knees. Just keep the hips open. This is not an all fours position. It is a push-up position or a plank position. Now from here, I'm going to take that left hand and bring it back into that perpendicular position. And then I'm going to swivel to the edges of my feet. Stack my hips and my shoulders. And then I'm going to reach my arm up. Now, if this is too much on the shoulder, the bottom knee comes down. And you're still in a plank. If both are up and you want to stack, the next level is you stack the legs. And then the last level is you lift the top leg off the mat. And we bring it back down. We come back to our forearm plank. We hold, arms are in, neck is long. We go to the other side. So perpendicular forearm, edges of the feet. Before I stack, I'm going to reach my arm up, stack my shoulders, and then I'm going to stack my feet. Again, the bottom knee can come down, and then I'm going to lift. And I'm lifting through my waist, my bottom waist as well. Bring it in and back down. And then knees, hips, and rest. Nice work. Let's do one more forearm thing. Just do some rocking with one leg lifted. So tuck the toes again. We'll lift up. We're going to lift the right leg off the mat. And we're going to rock forward and back. So we're stretching the calf here. We're working the left quad. And then come back to center. We'll place that leg down. Left leg lifts. We rock forward and back. Forward and back. One more time. Come back to center. Lower that leg. Knees come down, hips come down. We're going to do one more exercise, but not forearm. We're going to do a can-can. So when you're ready, come on up to a sitting position. This is going to be more obliques. Sit back on my forearms. And roll the chest. So shoulder blades together. Shoulders rounded forward. Nice open. And then tips of the toes come right off the mat. So this should be a nice comfortable position. Everybody comfortable, like you could watch TV like this maybe? Maybe if the feet were down like this, you could. Like this, it would be kind of tough. All right, so both knees are going over, and then they extend. And they come in, and they come center. We go the other way. Right. You can always stay with this first level. Do a few more of these. Just to get that motion. And then we're going to stay on the other side. So come over to the first side, stay here, and extend. Now here's what we're doing. We're going to do knees to nose for 8. So they come in for 8, out, and 7. So really think about getting your knee to your nose. 6, 5, 4, 3, pull them in, and 1, hold them out. And of course, we have 8. Here we go. 8. Extend. And 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Come up through center. And then bend. And bring me down. And come on up. Nice work, guys. All right, those guys are out there, so we'll stand and do some. Here's how we'll stand now, because we never just stand. Come to all fours. We'll come to a down dog and then roll up. All fours. Tuck the toes. Bend the hips, lift up. Press the heels down. Tailbone to the ceiling, and then walk the hands in toward the feet. For one more hamstring stretch. So place the hands behind the ankles. Feet are about hip width. Grab onto one wrist. Inhale and bend. Exhale, straighten and pull the nose toward the knees. Inhale and bend. Exhale and straighten. And then one more. And exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. This time we roll it up. Scoop up through the belly. Engage the pelvic floor and the glutes. Up, press the shoulders down. The head up. Let's face each other. Heels together. 3 breaths. Inhale up. Palms together, reach out of the waist, press the hips forward, and release. Just like that. Inhale up. Reach up and out and press those hips forward. Exhale. And one more. Reach back first. And inside. Exhale. Happy New Year, you guys. Have a wonderful end of the year, beginning of the new year. And I will see you in January. People at home, thank you for coming. Happy New Year.
Year for you.
She's worth the wait.